Hoorah! This video is going to be about the science behind what happened with Tee Grizzley. The real science. The real science. Okay. I'm Dr. Minister Princ for the Institut, Church of Christ Consciousness Worldwide Hope. Let's get into it real quick. The rapper Tee Grizzley. First of all, he had a lot of, first day out, second day out, and all that, different story. He had one song called Young Grizzly World. When I first heard the song, immediately, I became swept away. Immediately. Chitly. Not immediately. Chitly. Immediately. I became swept away. Swept away by this song. I'm not the kind of person that's easily swept away by a song. I've heard too many great songs and I'll be like, oh, that was great. I'll listen to it 1 or 2 times. To this day, that was like months, over a month ago. I played this song for like 2 weeks straight, all day riding the motorcycle. Like, man, pumping that Young Grizzly World song. I said to myself, this song has an energy on it. And I don't mean it's different than other songs. You could feel that there's a frequency on, because I'm like, songs don't hold me hostage like that. To this day, I'll throw the song on and it just still got me. And even though A Boogie with the Hoodie killed it, he killed it. His verse really got me. It's just too perfect. What happened is, somewhere along the line, the same thing happened with a lot of these other people, especially Tekashi 6ix9ine. I did the videos on Facebook. Y'all know this is way back. I gotta look for it. It's under a certain name about Tekashi 6ix9ine. It'll tell you. When people talk about selling their soul, when they talk about selling their soul, what they're really saying is the individual has made a pact with an entity that is not themselves. And this entity or being has the ability to get them certain success. How does that work? Think about it. Why does this entity have magical powers? It's not that an entity has magical powers. Not at all. It's not what's happening. You might think it is. I'm telling you it's not. What you see happening is simple and plain. I'm trying to line this up real quick. What's happening is simple and plain. We are in a holographic virtual reality time loop simulation program. In case that sounded real complicated or something, basically we're in the Matrix. We're inside of a computer program, and the being that a lot of religious people refer to as God is really a being or beings that are outside the program, programming this program. This program has laws, what we call nature, or what we call the laws of physics, are actually the computer code that's written into the program. So in other words, you can't make the program what it's not. It has what it has in it, and that's what it has in it. All you can do is use what's there. What happens is this program has been hacked and has been infected with a virus. The virus on this program manifests itself as the system, what we call the system. The system is all these rules and regulations of what you can and can't do that's enforced by people that have put themselves in authority, but told us that they're in authority because we voted for them. It's not that we voted for them. They were going to be in authority either way. The best way to make someone a slave is to make them think that they put themselves in that situation. If you don't get what I'm saying, if I tell you, well, We can either walk or ride the train. We're going to go to 555 Fifth Avenue. And we can either take the train there or walk. And you say, okay, it's a nice day, I'll walk. You feel like you have made a choice. It doesn't matter that you made a choice how we're going to get there. The bottom line is I wanted us to go to 555 Fifth Avenue. And you agreed. And that's the ultimate thing. By me giving you the choice of how we get there, it makes you feel like you had to say so in the fact that we going there. You never stop to think like, oh, do I even want to go there? And if you say I don't want to go there, I'll be like, you don't want to go there? All right, I'll tell you what. We get there, you decide what you want to eat. Lunch on me. We can take a cab. And you be like, oh, all right. So now you feel like you agree. But the bottom line is you don't agree. You want lunch and you want to take a cab, but you don't want to go there. So my thing is, if you think about it, you can buy lunch and we can eat it right here and save the cab money and not go. You think that because you agree to go because I offered you a cab to take a cab and buy you lunch, you think that you have just made a decision. You've made a decision, but ultimately the real decision you're getting cooped on. You're being played. Someone is offering you something to do something that you don't want to do when they could do that same thing for you without you doing it. That's how they play the game. And that's how they get all of these artists, especially young Tee Grizzley. Most recently. What happens is, we're in the hood. If you listen to the song Young Grizzly World, go back and listen to it. Young Grizzly World, 3 words. First of all, I told you the science behind the threefold state. When you want to do magic and a ritual, 1 and 3 of the numbers 1 and the numbers 3 are very important. And certain other things. But those are some of the 2 of the 3 words. It's one song with a 3-word title. Or it's one title that consists of 3 words. And his name is Young Tee Grizzley. 3 words. So that's 33 right there. We know that's a master number. We know that's ritual magic right there. So, he says in the song basically, at a certain point, I'm not going to quote the song, but basically what he says is that they was down and out at one point and they ain't have nothing and they ain't had no chicks, they ain't had no money, they ain't had no car, they ain't had none of that. I'm not saying it was then, but it was then. And maybe, or another time similar. Or it most likely was just recently when he was in prison. It gets to a point where you, the individual, be like, damn. All you got to do is say something flirty with selling your soul. When I say flirty, I don't mean like sexual flirtation. Flirty means that coming close to saying it. Like when you be like, yo, man, like when people be like, yo, I'm so hungry, I eat my own arm. That's a metaphor. But in the Matrix, they take stuff like that serious. The people that's doing the virus program take that seriously. When you say stuff like, yo, man, I'm so broke, I'll sell my mama to the Ku Klux Klan. They be like, oh, really? These are people outside the Matrix putting the virus in the program and doing hacks on the program. They're like, oh, really? You really that broke? Okay. So, I'm going to set up a scenario around you. I'm going to program some code so that things around you can happen. For instance, they say, I'm going to program it whereas I'm going to put a bag of money on the floor over there. Or I'm going to put a drug package on the floor over there. Or, and if you go that way, it's a drug package. You go that way, it's a bag of money. You go that way, it's a suitcase of money. You go that way, it's a wallet. You go that way, no matter which way you go, something I'm offering you. Now, if you ignore it or don't pick it up, that's on you. But if you stop and you pick it up, you owe me. Because I looked out. You said you needed to look out, and I looked out. You didn't say to me specifically that you needed to look out, but you just threw it up in the air. I chill. And when I say I'm speaking how the entities do it. How it's not entities like some demons somewhere. We people call them demons, sold your soul to the devil. It's not the devil. It's these hackers that's outside of the program putting viruses and hacks on the program. That's what they do. They say, oh, okay, you desperate. Oh, you down and out. You tired of being laughed at. You want some fine girls and nice cars, and you want to pop champagne and all kinds of fine wines, and you know, you want to travel the world. You want to be famous. You want to be known. You want to have riches. You want designer labels, and you want a big house, and you want all that. You want a luxury, right? Okay. You can't seem to get that on your own. So, and you said, the key thing is you have to say something desperate like, man, I'll do whatever, man. At this point, man, like you have to say it out loud, not thinking. You have to seek it. You have to verbally say it. A lot of times when we with our homeboys, or sometimes when the dude's with his chick, he be like, yo, ma, I'm so broke, man. I'm ready to do whatever I got to do to get this money. Boom. Right there, the entity is going to start playing. They're going to say, okay, Joe Blow over there is already a drug kingpin. You desperate. Joe Blow over there already sold his soul to me, quote unquote, sold his soul. Had already entered into contract with me because he was desperate at some point when he had got shot up and he was on life support, and he was like, yo, man, if I pull through this, man, I'm going to be a better man. I'm going to do that. Boom. I worked with him and pulled him through that. So now I wrote the program that pulled him through that. So now he owes me. So now I'm going to put it in because I have influence over Joe Blow's life. It's not like the entity, the hackers or entities, if you want to call it, they don't talk to you. They don't come to you and say, yo, do it like that. What they do is, when you make that agreement, they have influence. They can kind of lead you in directions and kind of push you to do things. You have these thoughts that you think are yours, but they really not. So now all of a sudden, they got Joe Blow over there. He decides that he's going to take a ride to the chicken spot across town. He's probably going to go get that Popeye's chicken sandwich with the pickle, you know, and all that. So he going over there that everybody's going crazy for. He's heading that way. You just happen to be going that way, but they already outside the program, so they already know where y'all at and how y'all gonna collide. If you go this way at 5 o'clock and he go this way at 4:30, y'all gonna hit each other. Boom. And they be like, okay, y'all in the same vicinity. Now y'all both in the chicken spot, getting that Popeye's sandwich with the pickle, and the line is long. And they like, yo, they're 20 people apart. I need to get them closer. So, boom. Now they urge Joe Blow. Now he kind of sees your jacket. He likes your jacket for some reason. Boom, so you stand out to him. Boom, something happens, you turn around, and you like, you know what, I don't want to wait on it, and then you walking by. Something Joe Blow irks, what's the word I'm looking for? Something not motivates, that's not the word I'm looking for, but I'm going to use motivate. Prompts Joe Blow to say, when you walking by like, yo, that's a nice jacket, man. You like, yo, thanks. You be like, yo, I want to get me a joint like that. Where you get that from? You say, oh, I bought this 10 years ago. I don't even think they make these no more. You like, what? He was like, yo, you should sell me that joint. You be like, how much you talking? And then, boom, you want him talking. He be like, yo, let's go outside. Boom. You go outside. Boom. You like, yo, you down and out, man. Because he see you selling your jacket. All of a sudden, he be like, yo, listen, I like your style, man. You know what? I ain't going to take your jacket, man. You need to get some money? Boom. And the next thing you know, y'all doing your thing. That's how they line it up. I'm just giving you one of many ways. There's a quadrillion ways. You be like, yo, I'm tired of being broke. I need some bad chicks. Da, da, da. They're gonna give you the bad chicks. They're gonna program the matrix, because there's a virus on the matrix. The matrix it wasn't in your cars to have. It's in your cars to have bad chicks, but it may not have been the best path for you. May not involve you having bad chicks, because the ultimate path, what we call a royal path, is for you, I'm going to stop walking so much, is for you to live a life that allows you to reach enlightenment or decode this matrix. That's the path for you. Every other path is just a distraction or waste of time or the long way. That's all it's about. Enlightenment that leads to you decoding this matrix so that you can send this information back to the programmers of this, and they can figure out how to fix the real reality, because outside of this program is where we really exist. We're in this program as digital holographic images that are simply experiencing a program that's meant to show us how the future failed, how our now failed. What we call the future is really our now. So anyway, that's what happened with Tee Grizzley. Basically, he made that agreement. Boom, they had that, and they always take something from you. That's why he lost the person in the car. He didn't die. You got to say to yourself, why was his door? First of all, if you know about cars, most car doors you cannot just open like that from the inside or the outside. You can't just open a car door. Most doors are made to automatic lock. So if you pull up to a light, why would your car doors just be open like that? You think he had a hoopty from 1800s, or he had a stagecoach or something that the doors, he would have had to, he get money. Why ain't he had a hot new joint? You telling me that the doors just open magically like that? Second of all, he's a street dude that done did 100 things. And he just finished, making songs talking about how motherfuckers want to murder you and he'll murder you and da-da-da, he doing this. And you don't think he has enough sense to be on point when people running up on him like that? So you have to ask yourself, how was he so easily slipping? You know why he was easily slipping? Not because he sacrificed the person. He didn't know he did sacrifice them. That's how it works. You don't know. Jay-Z don't know. And Beyonce don't know. And this one don't know. These people don't know that they make. Most people that's in the industry don't know they're sacrificing someone. They don't know. That's just the way it works. But what happens is you make that agreement and they come for their money. They come for what they came for. That is called a blood oath. When they take somebody that close to you dies, they take them. You gave that person's life, they shed blood for you. Like they say in Christianity, Jesus shed blood for the sins of, that's what that's based on. That whole Christianity is satanic or blood sacrifice ritual. And that's why when you follow Christianity, you're in a blood ritual. You've taken a blood oath. That's why they have you drinking blood and stuff, and eating a body, cannibalism and drinking blood. That's not normal to tell you to eat a body and drink blood symbolically. You don't need to do that. Why would you need to do that? Because somebody died. If Jesus, Christ, who is a woman, died for our sins and resurrected, we don't need to do shit else. You know what I'm saying? Other than believe in that. Why do we got to go through a ritual of drinking blood and eating a body, which is a cracker pretending it's the body? Because they want you to mimic a ritual. They need you to participate in a ritual. It's like in church, they have you kneeling and praying and doing other things. They say bow your head, put your hands like this. It's a ritual. When you do the ritual, you're actually